protecting Kahor.
Welcome back to another video. Today we are jumping into the Amazon Prime series Invincible. We are reviewing the first season. And we will be reviewing episode 4. But before we take a look, did you watch this episode? If you did, click that subscribe button to show us you've watched the episode. Tell us what you like about the series in the comments. Now let's get started.
No hard feelings, right? I'm gonna take a rock if that's okay. Yeah?
First, let's look at the synopsis of this episode. The fourth episode of the first season of Invincible, titled Neil Armstrong, Eat Your Heart Out, unfolds as follows. The episode begins with an excavation site in a desert where a tomb is discovered. A man enters the tomb and resurrects an ancient spirit known as Kahor. Meanwhile, Nolan and Mark continue their superhero training, flying around the globe until they reach Mount Everest. Nolan reveals what brought him to Earth and instills an important message about sacrifice. Mark volunteers for a mission to escort a manned mission to Mars. While on Mars, Mark discovers that the astronauts have been taken by the Martians. The Martian Emperor reveals that a parasitic sequid could pose a problem for humanity, leading to the humans being sentenced to execution. Mark manages to rescue the astronauts and return to Earth. Back on Earth, Nolan and Debbie go on a romantic trip to Italy. While there, Nolan manages to gain Debbie's trust, even as a dragon causes havoc in the background. Robot, armed with a blood sample from Rex, arrives before a strange embryo that seems to be growing. These events contribute to the development of the plot and characters in the series. So what did you think of the episode? Be sure to leave a comment below.
Maybe this is your lucky... Oh my god, look at how cute those are!
Those are rice separators.
And so reasonably priced.
Thanks.
Next, let's look at who we were introduced to in this episode. Here are all the characters we are introduced to. Bryant, portrayed by Clancy Brown. Martian Emperor, portrayed by Ji Min-hoon Soo. Kahor. Sequids. This episode we were introduced to a few characters. From this list, who was or is your favorite character?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Were you napping?
I was defragmenting, Rex.
Okay, well, quit it. You don't want to miss this. Welcome to our new digs, baby.
Next, let's take a look at some of the notable moments from the show. We asked AI, from the Season 1 Episode 4, what were the notable moments? Here are the top 8 notable moments from AI. First, excavation site. The episode begins with an excavation site in a desert where a tomb is discovered. A man enters the tomb and resurrects an ancient spirit known as Kahor. Second, superhero training. Nolan and Mark continue their superhero training, flying around the globe until they reach Mount Everest. Third, mission to Mars. Mark volunteers for a mission to escort a manned mission to Mars. While on Mars, Mark discovers that the astronauts have been taken by the Martians. Fourth, romantic trip. Nolan and Debbie go on a romantic trip to Italy. Fifth, Robot's plan. Robot, armed with a blood sample from Rex, arrives before a strange embryo that seems to be growing. Sixth, Sequid strike back. The Martians inform Mark of the deadly parasitic creatures known as sequids living on the planet. Finally, Damien Darkblood's exorcism. Damien Darkblood's exorcism in Invincible Episode 4 immediately showed how deep the rabbit hole goes with the Global Defense Agency and its director Cecil Stedman. These moments contribute to the development of the plot and characters in the series. So any moments that were missed? Be sure to leave your favorite moment in the comments below.
Now do something!
I'm on vacation with my beautiful wife. Let Cecil earn his paycheck.
Finally, let's look and see what Easter eggs appeared in the episode. The 3 Easter eggs that were noticed. First, space debris. A very easy to miss Easter egg is shown during the 4th episode when Mark goes to space. Since Omni-Man refused to accompany the American astronauts on their mission to Mars, Invincible takes the job. For a quick moment, viewers can see something float across the screen just behind the space shuttle. This is actually a reference to the first issue of the Invincible comic, where Mark and his father encounter a similar piece of debris while flying in space. The debris turns out to be the remains of a superhero named War Woman, who was killed by Omni-Man along with the rest of the Guardians of the Globe. Second, Martian Emperor. Another Easter egg from the comics is the appearance of the Martian Emperor, who rules over the Red Planet and its inhabitants. The Martian Emperor is voiced by Jimin Hoon-soo, who is no stranger to comic book adaptations. Hoon-soo has played roles in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain Marvel, and Shazam, as well as DC's Aquaman. The Martian Emperor also bears a striking resemblance to Martian Manhunter, a DC superhero who is also the last survivor of his race. Finally, Sequids. The Sequids are parasitic creatures that live on Mars and can infect and control other life forms. They are a major threat to the Martians, who fear that they will one day invade Earth. The Sequids are also a homage to the facehuggers from the Alien franchise, which have a similar appearance and function. The Sequids were first introduced in the Invincible comic in issue number 14, where Mark also goes to Mars and encounters them. Did you spot any other Easter eggs in the episode? Leave them in the comments below.
Guess what Donald found when we searched your office?
Disappointment.
Dried blood. Not much, but enough to run for DNA.
The Guardians.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. We do really appreciate you taking the time to learn something about the episode. Be sure to watch some of our other content. Thanks again.